All right, let's talk about a huge shift in how our world gets built. I mean, really built. Forget the old sharing economy where you're just renting out your stuff. We're talking about owning the entire network. This is the world of DePIN. And trust me, it's about to change everything.
So let's just start with this one simple but really powerful question. Think about it. With platforms like Uber or Airbnb, who's actually doing the work? You are. You provide the car, you provide the room, you're the one creating all the value. But who gets the lion's share of the profits? Yeah, some giant corporation. This single question just blows the lid off the fundamental flaw in the whole Web 2 sharing economy.
Okay, so what's the fix? Well, it's a fundamental shift in how we think about this stuff. We're moving from a world where you're basically just a renter on someone else's platform to a world where you are a co-owner of the network itself. Let's dig into what that actually means.
And this really lays it out perfectly. I mean, look at this. On the left, you've got the old model, sharing economy 1.0. A big company owns the platform, and their main goal, let's be real, it's profit, is often directly at odds with your goal of earning more. But the DePIN model on the right, it flips that script completely. The network is owned by you, the users, so when you succeed, the network succeeds. It's such a simple but incredibly powerful switch from totally misaligned incentives to being perfectly aligned.
So, how is all this even possible? Well, it's thanks to something called DePIN. That stands for Decentralized Physical Infrastructure Networks. It's a bit of a mouthful, I know. But put simply, it's a way to crowdsource the building of real-world things. I'm talking wireless networks, global maps, you name it. And the magic behind it? It uses blockchain technology to coordinate everybody and then rewards them with crypto tokens that represent actual, real ownership.
Okay, so every single DePIN project, no matter what it is built on three key ingredients. Think of them as the three pillars. First, you've got the physical stuff, the hardware, right? The hotspots, the sensors, the cameras that people actually set up. Second, there's the blockchain coordination layer. Now, you can think of this as a totally transparent automated accountant. It tracks everyone's contributions and payments without needing some central company calling the shots. And third, and this is the big one, you have the token incentives. And these aren't just little payments. They represent your equity, your actual ownership stake in the very network you're helping to build.
So you might be wondering, how do these networks grow so ridiculously fast? Well, the secret is this beautiful little concept called the DePIN flywheel. This is the engine that drives their incredible, almost viral growth.
And this flywheel? It's a genius solution to what's known as the cold start problem. You know, how do you get a network off the ground when nobody's using it yet? Well, here's how it works. Step 1, you incentivize the supply side. You offer token rewards to get early adopters to set up the hardware. Then, as more and more people join, the network actually starts becoming useful. It gets coverage, it gets capacity. That new utility then starts attracting real, paying customers. They're the demand. And here's where it gets really good. Their usage creates real demand for the token, which drives up its value. And what does a higher token value do? It incentivizes even more people to join and supply hardware. It just becomes this powerful, self-reinforcing loop.
And this quote right here just nails the economic revolution that's happening. Think about what that means. Normally, if you want to build, say, a telecom network, one company has to risk billions of dollars up front. It's a massive gamble. But DePIN just flips that entire model on its head. It spreads that financial risk across thousands or even hundreds of thousands of individuals. And the result? Massive infrastructure can be built way faster, way cheaper, and much more organically than ever before.
Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, right? But what does it actually look like out in the wild? Let's get into some real-world examples of DePIN projects that are already out there, shaking up massive industries as we speak. First up, let's talk about Helium. It's often called the People's Network. So instead of those giant, ugly cell towers owned by companies like AT&T or Verizon, Helium is built by everyday people, folks like you and me, who just place a small hotspot device in their home or office. And altogether, these tiny devices create a massive, decentralized wireless network. And the best part? The hosts earn tokens for providing all that coverage. All right, next up, we have Hive Mapper. These guys are taking on Google Street View, which is a pretty big target. And the way it works is so cool. Contributors just install a special dash cam in their car. Then, as they drive around doing their normal thing, they're automatically collecting super valuable map data. And in return, they earn tokens. They are literally building and owning a piece of a constantly updated real-time map of the world. But here's the real breakthrough. And honestly, this goes way beyond just building cheaper infrastructure. What DePIN is really doing is turning physical resources, things like wireless coverage or map data, into open, digital commodities. They're like digital building blocks on the internet. So wireless bandwidth becomes a tradable thing. Storage deals become verifiable contracts on a blockchain. Map data becomes a programmable real-time feed. And what that does is unlock this incredible wave of permissionless innovation. Anyone can now build new apps and services on top of this infrastructure without having to ask for permission from some gatekeeper. It's a game changer.
And all of this, it leads us to the final and, maybe the most important piece of the puzzle. The sheer, mind-boggling scale of the economic opportunity that DePIN represents.
I mean, just look at these numbers. They're staggering. The cost difference it's just insane. Take a look at Helium Mobile. They're offering an unlimited plan for $20 a month. Meanwhile, the traditional guys are charging over $60. And what about decentralized data storage? It can be over 99% cheaper than using a service like Amazon's. We are not talking about small discounts here, folks. This is a complete and total upending of the cost structure for these essential services. And that disruption? It's aimed at a truly massive target. Market analysts are projecting that the DePIN sector could be worth a staggering $3.5 trillion by 2028. Just let that sink in for a second. When you combine a radically more efficient and cheaper model with some of the biggest markets in the entire world, you are looking at what could be one of the biggest economic shifts of our lifetime. No exaggeration.
So what we're really seeing here is a fundamental shift. We're moving away from being just another user on a platform to being an owner of the network itself. It's a move toward us, collectively, building and owning the physical infrastructure of the world around us. So let's go all the way back to that first question. You help build these networks, so why don't you own a piece? Well, with DePIN, now you can. The ownership revolution has begun.
I hope you got a ton of value from that. Now, to take your learning one step further, I've put everything into a mind map and an audio podcast for you, perfect for listening on the go. Just check the description for the links. And hey, if you love this kind of content, join the community and hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next video.